Cheat Code. Support Strategist by Clouds. My Head in the Clouds Not Coming Down on AO3. Chapter 26. Stars. Katsuki was impressed with how well he was ignoring his tag-along group of extras, considering how loud they were. Still, despite his best attempts, he sometimes found himself almost laughing at Kaminari's stupid jokes or getting hyped up by Kirishima's pep talks. That had never happened with those dumb lackeys from middle school. And Katsuki wasn't quite sure how to feel about it. He was going to be the best, so these guys should be nothing to him, right? He let Mina's latest rant about the local love triangle go in one ear and out the other as he opened his locker, immediately flinching and jumping back as something shimmering exploded out of it, covering him from head to toe. Fuck! To his surprise, instead of helping him, Mina started giggling. Oh my god, Bakugo! You just got glitter bombed. Actually, Zero drawled. I think we all did. We were standing a little too close to him, I guess. Katsuki swore, and wiped glitter out of his eyes so he could look around. Even though he'd taken the blunt of the attack, there were patches of glitter all over Mina, Sero, and Kaminari and Kirishima. His hands were heated up to explode. Whoever had dared pull this when Kirishima started laughing his head off. Guys, we match. Kaminari was grinning just as widely as he fished his phone out of his pocket. We gotta take a picture of this. Come on, everybody get in. Fuck no. Katsuki tried to back away, but Mina and Kirishima had already grabbed his arms and were pulling him into the huddle. You guys are idiots. We gotta put Bakubro in the middle, Kirishima insisted. He's the main attraction. He scowled, but let the others push him into position as he glared at the camera. These extras were just weird. If this had happened in elementary school, Deku would have immediately started trying to clean him off and just genuinely being an annoyance. But these guys just brushed it off and started laughing. It was like they knew he could handle a little bit of glitter and they trusted him not to start crying or whatever just because he was a little sparkly right now. Katsuki was definitely still going to find whoever did this and make them pay, but, well, these extras had the bright idea. He just had to be stronger than a little bit of glitter. Present Mike peeked around the corner and grinned. Nice coverage. You managed to hit like 5 different targets. You kids did good. Hitoshi blushed. It was mostly Mei and Izuku. I'm so glad we talked her out of including actual explosives, though, thanks. It's just about being open-minded to other methods, and listening to the people with more experience than you. Mike winked. Hatsume totally perfected me in Sho's old designs, though. That was awesome. I still can't believe you and Aizawa used to be pranksters in high school. Hitoshi shook his head. Ugh, I'll probably better get to class. I don't want to look too guilty when Bakugo comes in exploding. Mike had a smile, proud smile, on his face as he nodded and pushed Hitoshi away down the hall. See you later, kiddo. Hitoshi nodded. Yeah, I'll see you at home. Ochako wanted to say that she was surprised when Mina came into class covered in glitter, but she really wasn't. Mei and Izuku didn't do anything halfway, so Ochako had honestly expected Bakugo's glitter bomb to coat the entire hallway. Actually, the fact that Mina's body was only half covered was actually an example of incredible restraint. What Ochako should have expected was that Mina would immediately grin and run around the room hugging everyone in sight. Glitter for everyone! Whoa! Momo's eyes widened as Mina ran into her arms. Hi, what happened? Kaminari ran in and immediately made a beeline towards Jiro. Someone planted a glitter bomb in Bakugo's locker. It was awesome. Don't you dare, Kaminari. Jiro dodged his hug smoothly. Don't get it on me. Go away. She was so focused on Kaminari that she didn't notice Mina behind her until it was too late. Come on, Jiro, don't be like that. Embrace the glitter. We, Ayama, grinned and accepted Kaminari's hug with open arms. We must all sparkle like the stars. Todoroki didn't even flinch when Mina hugged him. I suppose I have no choice but to accept my fate. Tokoyami needed sagely. Even the dark void of space has its stars. By this point, Sero and Kirishima had already come in and joined in the mission of infecting the entire classroom with glitter. Ochako was desperately trying to get smothering in her giggles, but she apparently didn't do a good enough job because Mina suddenly turned to her with fire in her eyes. Your turn, Ochako! Ochako squealed and teleported away, only for Kaminari to try to get her when she reappeared. Soon enough, everyone was laughing and playing an impromptu game of glitter tag in the classroom. The only one not really participating was Bakugo, who was covered with more glitter than any of them. Ochako had honestly expected him to explode, and at multiple points he seemed about to, but every time he did, either Mina or Kirishima would go to him and reload, as Cyril called it, and he'd take a deep breath and calm down. It was almost disappointing, but it let the rest of the class enjoy their game and result in far less destruction of property, so it was probably for the best. Ochako had just recovered from another warp when Hitoshi walked into the classroom, eyes widening as he saw the chaos. What's going on? Mina took full advantage of her distraction and grinned, catching her in a bear hug. Gotcha! Hitoshi just blinked. Ochako giggled with a smile, teleporting right behind him, and wrapped her arms around his waist. Sorry, Shigdig, but if I have to suffer, so do you. Hitoshi just sighed. Shota looked over his class, regretting every decision he made to get him to this point. Apparently, instead of going to shower after getting glitter bomb like any rational person would do, Bakugo and his friends have decided to see how many students this could infect. The answer was all of them. Every single one of his students had glitter all over them, and there was absolutely no chance that Hitoshi would allow him to leave here unscathed. He groaned and rubbed at his eyes. May as well turn it into a training exercise. Yarirozu, Shota sighed. Make double-sided stickers for everyone. Please, just a 6-inch circle will do, as long as both sides are adhesive. Yarirozu nodded in confusion and started making them. The Ida brothers immediately jumped on the task of handing them out, which was a struggle on its own considering that Tensei had apparently decided that the best way to do that was treat them as frisbees, and Tanya was desperately trying to stop his brother from throwing things in the classroom. Why had he signed up for this? Does everyone have one? Shota looked around and nodded. Good, now peel the back on one side and stick it somewhere on your body. The class looked confused, but did as they were told, and soon enough everyone had a giant sticker on them, and they all had looked to him for further instruction. This was going to be the entertaining, and at very least it would distract him from meeting his dreading tonight. Now take the backing off of the other side, Shota instructed. Now the rules. As soon as I call start, the game is on. Do not disturb other classes. Focus on stealth. You team up if you want to, but there is only going to be one winner. The student with the least amount of glitter on their sticker at the end of the time wins. Go. Shota smirked as his students immediately jumped into action. At least they'd learned not to wait for countdowns. Izuku was peacefully minding his own business, working on his program, when he heard Kaharu shouting in the labs. Don't track it in here! What's the matter? Powerloader complained. Hatsume already covered half the testing room in that stuff while making that stupid bomb. It's biodegradable. It'll be fine, May said cheerfully. Everything will just be sparkly for a while. Izuku frowned and went out. It's Katsuki. Oh. Ochako smiled sheepishly, a light coating of glitter all over her, except for a weirdly clean circle on her arm. Apparently, Bakugo and his friends can match you guys in pettiness. Is that what made it a training exercise? You're only excited about that because you won, Hitoshi complained. It's no fair when you could just teleport away from whatever is targeting you. Ochako just rolled her eyes. Like you didn't brainwash most of the class into leaving you alone. Hitoshi glared at her. I should have brainwashed them into going after you. Izuku giggled. I'm glad you guys had fun. Sorry, I guess we kind of thought Katsuki would just storm off and take a shower. Next time we'll figure out how to get it to stick only to him. May grinned. Glitter Bomb 2.0, here I come. It wasn't a big deal. It was good training. Hitoshi shrugged. That was a lot of warps, though. Ochako, are you feeling okay? Ochako shrugged. I'm a little nauseous, but nothing I can't handle. I need to get used to it anyway, since I'll be making longer jumps once I move home this weekend. Oh, that reminds me. Can you guys come over and help out? I've teleported with small objects before, so carrying the boxes back and forth shouldn't be a big deal, but I kinda just don't want to do it alone. Izuku grinned and nodded. I can bring my laptop and get data on your jumps. It'll be interesting to see if the extra weight from the boxes changes how you teleport. Ochako sighed. I just wish you guys could actually meet my parents. Why can't we? May was already turning back to her next invention on her table. People are objects too, right? Izuku blinked, then smiled softly. I guess we have a new experiment to run. Shigaraki was already streaming by the time Shoto got to the alley they streamed from. It wasn't the best streaming setup, but considering it was pretty much the only natural ground they had, that somehow made it work. He hadn't showed after class, since that would have made him miss the whole stream, but they never turned their cameras on, so he didn't think being covered in glitter would be a big deal until Shigaraki turned to him and froze. What the hell happened to you? Shoto rolled his eyes and put on the headphones Shigaraki had given him to stream with. Long story short, one of my classmates got glitter bombed, and my teacher turned attacking each other with glitter into an assignment. Shigaraki scoffed. Your teacher is super cool. Shoto just raised one eyebrow. I'm not sure if that's a compliment. Didn't you just try to kill him a couple months ago? Meh, he wasn't my target. Shigaraki rolled his eyes, as the chat all played along with what they thought was just a running joke. It wasn't. But they weren't going to correct anyone who thought they were just kidding. Oh no, the cat's gonna be covered with this stuff, isn't she? Not if she doesn't sit on my lap this time. Shoto trailed off as Eper jumped on one of the trash cans and immediately started rolling around his lap. Yeah, she's gonna be one sparkly cat. Bakugo character development? Okay, so the way he feels about his quote-unquote extras, I love that. I love that. I love that. Also, I can already tell what Clouds is doing in this specific series on how Bakugo feels and reacts about Izuku and why he was so mean to Izuku, which stems from, you're weak, why are you looking down on me? You're supposed to be, like, weaker than me, and you're babying me. What does that say about me? I'm not like you. I'm not weak. Go away. I'm not weak, kind of thing. Which, again, the whole insecurity, but like fake confidence kind of thing, and somewhat real confidence. It's a mixture of fake, real confidence and insecurities, you know? Also, Shota just being like, I regret life choices. That's hilarious to me. That is hilarious to me, you know? I am very interested on what Clouds is gonna do with Shigaraki and Todoroki. Like, where's that gonna go? Where's that heading? What's gonna happen there? You know? So, like, I can't wait till tomorrow's chapter. I love that I'm able to do a chapter of every series every single day. It means you guys have less of a wait time. It means you guys are... I'm happy to be able to do this for you guys, you know? As always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Join our community Discord server. Link is in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.